Assalamu alaikum, I'm Dr. Hina, and today we will understand which therapies are used for different mental health conditions. Mental health treatment involves various therapeutic approaches, each designed to address specific psychological conditions. Therapies such as cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, psychodynamic therapy, and humanistic therapy are widely used in clinical practice. In this presentation, we will explore the principles, techniques, and application of CBT, highlighting how it helps individuals regain control over their thoughts, emotions, and behavior. CBT is a structured, evidence-based therapy that helps modify negative thought patterns, focuses on the connection between thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. When a person experiences negative or irrational thoughts, these thoughts influences their emotions and actions, often reinforcing distressing mental health symptoms. By identifying and restructuring these thoughts, individuals can improve their emotional well-being and adopt healthier behavior. Let's explore its history. CBT was developed in the 1970s by Dr. Aaron T. Beck, who initially trained in psychoanalysis but later discovered that many psychological issues stem from automatic negative thoughts rather than unconscious conflicts. Over time, his cognitive therapy model was expanded to include behavioral techniques, leading to what we now know as cognitive behavioral therapy. Today, CBT is used worldwide to treat conditions such as generalized anxiety disorders, depression, obsessive-compulsive disorder, post-traumatic stress disorders, eating disorders, and phobias. The core principle of CBT revolves around the idea that negative thought patterns contribute to emotional distress and problematic behaviors. These thoughts often occur automatically and may not be based on reality. Through CBT, individuals learn to recognize and challenge these negative automatic thoughts, replacing them with more balanced and constructive perspectives. The therapy is structured, collaborative, and encourages active participation from clients, empowering them with lifelong coping skills. At the heart of CBT lies a fundamental model that explains the relationship between thoughts, emotion, and behaviors. When a person encounters a situation, their interpretation of the event determines how they feel and react. If their interpretation of event determines how they feel and react, if their interpretation is negative, their emotional response and behavior will reflect that negativity. However, if they can modify their interpretation to be more realistic and positive, their emotional and behavioral responses will also improve. To better understand this process, the ABC model is often used in CBT. This model consists of three components. A. Antecedent, that is, the situation that triggers a thought. B. is belief, the thought or interpretation of the event. And C. is consequence, that is, the emotional and behavioral response to that thought. For example, if a person waves at a friend and the friend does not wave back, their belief about the situation determines their emotional reaction. If they think they are ignoring me because they don't like me, they may feel hurt and withdraw socially. However, if they consider an alternative explanation, such as maybe they did not see me, they will feel neutral and continue their day without distress. CBT teaches individuals how to challenge negative interpretations and consider alternative point of view. One of the most important aspects of CBT is identifying cognitive distortions, which are irrational ways of thinking that contribute to negative emotions and behaviors. Common distortions which include all or nothing thinking, overgeneralization, catastrophizing, and mind reading and personalization. All or nothing thinking, where individuals see situations in extremes, and overgeneralization, where a single negative event is viewed as a pattern that applies to all aspects of life. In catastrophizing, where individuals expect the worst case scenario, and mind reading, where a person assumes they know what others are. And in personalization, they blaming themselves. To help individuals restructure their thoughts and behaviors, CBT uses a variety of therapeutic techniques. One of the primary methods in cognitive restructuring, which involves identifying negative thoughts, challenging their accuracy, and replacing them with balanced alternatives. Another technique is behavioral activation, which encourages individuals to engage in enjoyable activities to break cycle of avoidance and low motivation, particularly useful for depression. For individuals with anxiety and phobias, exposure therapy is commonly used, where they are gradually exposed to feared situations in a controlled manner to reduce avoidance behavior. CBT also incorporates journaling and thought records, which allow clients to track their thought patterns and recognize recurring negative beliefs. Relaxation techniques and mindfulness exercises help individuals manage stress and regulate emotions more effectively. CBT is applied to a variety of mental health conditions, including depression, anxiety disorders, OCD, post-traumatic stress disorders, eating disorders, and substance abuse disorders. In depression, CBT helps individuals challenge negative self-perceptions and reintroduce positive behaviors into their routine. For anxiety disorders, CBT teaches strategies to manage excessive fear and worry and helping individuals build confidence in handling stressful situations. In OCD treatment, exposure and response prevention is often used to help individuals resist compulsive behaviors. A typical CBT session follows a structured format to ensure progress and consistency. The session begins with a check-in where the therapist assesses the client's mood and any changes since the last meeting. This is followed by a review of any assigned exercises or homework such as thought, records, or behavioral experiments. The therapist and client then set an agenda for the session, focusing on specific thoughts, behaviors, and challenges. The session involves engaging in cognitive and behavioral techniques, with the therapist guiding the client through restructuring thoughts and modifying behaviors. Before concluding the therapist and client review, keys insights and set goals for the next session. One of the greatest advantages of CBT is that it is short-term and highly effective, typically lasting between 12 to 20 sessions. It is backed by extensive research and has been proven to work across different populations and conditions. The therapy empowers clients with lifelong coping skills, allowing them to apply CBT techniques beyond therapy sessions to manage future challenges independently. Despite its many strengths, CBT also has some limitations. It requires active participation from clients, meaning they must engage in exercises and apply strategies outside of therapy for it to be effective. For individuals with severe mental illnesses such as schizophrenia, CBT may not be sufficient on its own and may need to be combined with medications. Additionally, CBT focuses on present thoughts and behaviors, meaning it may not deal deeply into past traumas or unconscious conflicts in the way that psychodynamic therapy does. Overall, CBT is a highly structured, evidence-based therapy that helps individuals modify negative thinking patterns, improve emotional regulation, and develop healthier behaviors. Its effectiveness across various mental health conditions makes it one of the most widely used and respected therapeutic approaches today. By equipping individuals with the tools to change their thoughts and restructure their behaviors, CBT provides a practical long-term solution for managing mental health challenges and improving overall well-being. There is a great saying of William James: the greatest discovery of any generation is that a human can alter his life by altering his attitude. There is a profound chronic verse that beautifully aligns with the principles of cognitive behavioral therapy. That is, indeed, Allah will not change the condition of the pupil until they change what is in themselves. Islam emphasizes self-improvement and inner transformation as reflected in this powerful chronic verse. Real transformation starts from within, just as a small shift in thinking can lead to a big change in emotions and behavior. A change in ourselves can lead to a profound change in our lives. The journey to a better life begins with the decision to improve our thoughts, beliefs, and actions, one step at a time. Thank you so much for watching. This is all about from this presentation. If you have any question, comment below, like, subscribe, and share.